I just woke up and I was up from a dream, or not technically a dream because I wasn't fully asleep, but most like a kind of doze off. I was thinking about, okay, maybe I should take chemistry one more time, and hopefully I will have B this time, and I'm thinking about going back. Don't give up on the physician assistant. Have it as maybe another minor while I'm doing my master. So we still want to pursue my master, but I still want to go into the physician assistant. But in my dream, as intern for PA, for physician assistant, when I said PA, I mean physician assistant. As an intern for physician assistant, I was working with a doctor. And in the dream, a gay couple came in. We refer to them as Mr. S and Y. So, Mr. S, which is the one came in with a complaint of abdominal pain and back pain. And Mr. S was chubby with a pot belly or fat belly. Yeah, he was chubby with a pot belly. And the doctor examined Mr. S, and Mr. S was complaining about the tenderness in the lower, the tenderness in the lower abdominal area. So, lower abdominal tenderness. So the doctor diagnosed is abdominal pain, lower abdominal pain. And the doctor referred Mr. S in his note, refer for GYN. GYN as a refer to see GYN. As a PA, when the physician gave me the note, his note and his diagnosis, so I look at it, I said, really, GYN? For me, I'm immediately assuming that the doctor make mistake, that he meant GI, gastrointestinal. So he referred, mainly I would say refer to internal medicine, or make for GI, gastrointestinal. That's what I think the doctor meant. And when I first, my first impression that it was a mistake to make it, to refer this patient to GYN. So that's what. But for me, as a physician assistant, you only go by what the doctors said. So when I saw that, I'm thinking that, okay, I need to say something to this doctor, that I just don't think that the doctor means GYN, that it must be a mistake. And it was, So anyway, I just, so I consult with the physician. I said, doctor, I think, you refer Mr. S to see a GYN, and I know he's the wife because that's the information we have. Mr. S is being presented as the wife, and Mr. Y is the husband. And I said, I just think you make mistake. And at first it was, who am I talking about? I said, the gay couple that came in, and that his wife was complaining. Well, I also said his wife was complaining about stomach pain. And the doctor said, well, yeah, then maybe probably she's pregnant. I said, doctor, they are gay couple. Oh, he said, then the doctor said, can I see the note? So he looked at his note. Oh, the doctor said, I meant GI. But anyway, and he's right. But I'm just saying the reason why I'm recording that, doctor diagnosis is not all basically on the examination. Sometimes the information, patient information, have impact for how the doctor diagnosed, because the doctor is looking at this as, oh, according to what they have in his mind, oh, the wife is complaining about abdominal pain and the abdominal lower tenderness, he's thinking, oh, the wife probably is, she might be pregnant. So, and this, what this I was thinking about after. I said, why the dream? So I said, okay, now you have to understand how the doctor diagnosed. The information that the doctor have contribute to what they diagnose and what they do later, or how they, make a reference or refer a patient. This patient, it could have been sent to GYN. And then from there, we found out that no, he is not pregnant. There's no way. But just to, we know we will pick up the mistake later. But for me, like I said, when I'm reviewed the note, I was actually thinking that the diagnosis should be constipation, because I'm thinking that probably, this is a constipation, but like you said, the doctor have to follow the protocol. A patient coming and there's a lower abdominal tenderness, and the doctor cannot exactly pinpoint exactly where the pain is. So it's good to refer to the patient, to the specialist sometimes, to exactly pinpoint where the problem is. But now I guess the doctor combination of abdominal tenderness with mild back pain, because that's the back pain is not really just a little bit mild pain. So he combined that together, and he was thinking probably, being the wife, he's the wife. Oh, this might be a woman problem. Probably she might be pregnant. It could be a woman problem because, lower abdominal pain and lower back pain, and this is the wife. When you have those kind of thought in your mind, it's easy to kind of say, okay, it's a woman, we refer the wife for GY examination, which is nothing wrong in that. Now, the reason why I'm recording this is how we are creating confusion and causing mental chaos is the society itself. When we start to be making a man assuming the position of a wife, thinking because now we want to have gay marriage, lesbian marriage. Now, a man is started to be thinking of himself as a wife. That's a mental, illness. The society is causing more mental illness than individual. Here's somebody that, somebody already sick. Now you complicated the sickness. I'm not saying homosexual is sick, but it's just something that is, to me, sodomy is really, I don't think it's a normal way of, it's more of a sexual perversion. That's my view. That's how I see that. Sodomy is a sexual perversion that I don't think is something that is natural for human. That is not a natural thing for a human. That we are not meant to be doing sodomy. That's not, that's why we have a man and a woman. We are created for the purpose of, the enjoyment of reproduction is the sexual act. And it is a natural thing. That's so to me, I would never assume that sodomy is a natural. I just don't think it's our nature to want to, I just don't want to set the sexual act. The sexual act itself it's not normal. And now the society is saying that, Actually, we think it's normal because the men who are doing sodomy, we are going to just call that man. One is a wife, the one, one is a wife. So in a way, it's normal because we have to see this, see a sodomy that is, it's kind of a marriage instead of mirage. We always think about sodomy as a mirage. It's not really a marriage. You can mirage, mirage, it's illusion. It's just illusion. And I think that when they are talking about mental illness, I just don't, I think the whole society have allowed mental illness with the way that we allow people who, for some reason, who are doing something that they should not do, something that is not natural, to tell us that it's natural. It's like, do we have common sense? Where's our common sense to know that a man can never be a woman? It doesn't matter what kind of sex you are having. You cannot be thinking of yourself when you are a man, say you are a woman. I just think it's sickening for us to say that some men have to act, you have to be, you are a man, but you have to be like a woman, and you have to act like a woman because, it's for my sexual gratification. I want to be the man because I have more money or whatever. See how we have allowed greediness, perversion of indulgence, perversion of immorality that, it's all about selfishness, money, power, all kind of things. So we want to find another way to elaborate in abnormal desire by, making some of us to think less of who we are as a being. For me, I can never imagine myself thinking I'm a man. I'm a woman because that's my natural being. And I will never forget my natural being to say that I'm somebody else. So when, the reason why I just do this is they kept talking about mental illness, and they don't want to see where the mental illness is. The mental illness is the greediness, the gluttony of our society for money. We are just doing many things that we are just ruining our nature as a human being. You see people now hurting one another just because of desire to be in certain position. Then we cannot even love one another. We start to be putting one another down. That you're supposed to be this, I'm supposed to have this power because of my skin color, because of other things that does, we are just, I'm praying that there's a God, that we now have to go back to the common sense, the common sense of being who we are as a human being. Let's put money into where it belongs. We need money just to be able to sustain ourselves. But we need to reduce the greediness for money. That everybody now wants to be a doctor because now, if you're a doctor, you have to you become the above all, and so we have to make that prestige of a doctor with money. So everybody wants to be a doctor so they can have more money. Everybody wants to be a politician so they can have more money. So nobody wants to be able to do this simplest thing that we need, but because we did not put money on that, nobody wants to do it. You see, many people, they are looking for a job not in the level from the scratch. Because like, if you are from the scratch, you don't get paid. So, and they do the labor, but they don't get paid for it. How about we just put where the values are? And the value is not the the indulgence, because for superiority, it just, we need a balance in our life, and we need to start to be using common sense. I'm just praying that what we need is, we need to get back to the basic of being a human, is having common sense. I just have to record this. I was just the dream is not that I was fully asleep, but it just like, okay, why this thought came in? Why do I have this thought? And I'm just saying that even the doctor, which we think that they should know better, they are doctors, they know better, they themselves have been confused. A doctor that now, because a man is now a wife, which is normal thought that, okay, this is a wife complaining about abdominal pain. The doctor that's saying, the doctor is thinking in the right direction, because when you hear somebody, a wife, you think about a woman. So in a way, I'm not saying the doctor is thinking like a natural human being. That, okay, this is a woman, low abdominal pain, back pain, it's possible that she may be pregnant, which is normal, because that's our normal being. But when we start to be saying a man is a woman, I think we are causing more mental chaos, and we are causing more confusion. And chaos is contribute to mental dissolution. When now it's like, okay, you thought that if you hear the word wife, you think of a woman, you think of somebody that could have a kid, that could get pregnant. So that's how the doctors think, which is good, because you want to think that way. But now we see how the society is causing mental confusion, even among the doctor, and among the one that we call elite. Because now it's like you cannot even, when you are thinking about a wife could be a man. So it just, I just have to record this.